In verses 41, it's the exact opposite. Now he speaks to those that are unbelievers. Then the king will turn to those on the left and say, "Away with you, you cursed ones, into the eternal fire prepared for the devil and his demons. For I was hungry, and you didn't feed me. I was thirsty, and you didn't give me a drink. I was a stranger, and you didn't invite me into your home. I was naked, and you didn't give me clothing. I was sick and in prison, and you didn't visit me." Then they will reply, the unbelievers will also reply, "Lord, when did we ever see you hungry, or thirsty, or a stranger, or naked, or sick, or in prison, and not help you?" And Jesus will answer, "I tell you the truth. When you refuse to help the least of these, my brothers and sisters, you are refusing to help me." Sometimes what we do or what we don't do can be offensive to God. Listen carefully. Sometimes what we do and what we don't do can be pleasing to God. But sometimes what we do or don't do can also be offensive to God. It's what the believers did and the unbelievers didn't do in this passage that made the difference. If you notice, they all called him Lord. They all called him Lord. The Bible tells us that not all those who say, "Lord, Lord," will enter the kingdom of heaven. The life of a Christian, of a follower of Christ, one who says he is a believer, should be more about the walk and less about the talk. It should be more about feeding the hungry. It should be more about giving a drink to the thirsty, about befriending those who feel left out. It should be more about clothing the naked and tending to the needs of the sick. It should be more about giving hope to those in prison and perhaps those that are walking around but are still imprisoned. This is what Jesus Christ asks of us. In verse 46, and we finish with this, "And they will go away. They will go away into eternal punishment, but the righteous will go into eternal life." There will be eternity for the good and for the bad. There will be an eternity for those who believed and acted upon that belief, and there will be an eternity for those who did not believe, for those who did not care, for those who did not care to be their brother's keeper or their sister's keeper. It doesn't just end. There is an eternity for each and every one of us. There will be an eternity alongside our Father in heaven, or there will be an eternal punishment for those who refused to believe. And I mean truly believe. Where that belief has caused a dramatic change in our lives so that we see others as our equals, so that we see the needs of others as our needs. So that when others experience pain, we experience it as well. Thanksgiving is coming up. To those of us who are believers, Thanksgiving is every day. Every day we should be thankful. And every day we should seek out those that are less fortunate and try to lend a helping hand. Let's keep that in mind. I love you. God bless you. Let's stand.